After driving 3,500 kilometers around the Baltic Sea with my first car in order to drive to every country in the European Union, it's time for the next adventure, Ireland. Join me as I venture around the Emerald Isle of Ireland with my first car to take out the 15th country this car has ever visited. But first, we need to get there. And with that, welcome to another adventure in the series driving to every single country in the European Union with my first car. And as you might can see right here, we have 13 hours still to go to Cherbourg, because I will take in Cherbourg a ferry to Rosslare, Ireland, an 18-hour ferry. However, we are still 1,271 kilometers away from the ferry terminal. We will arrive there at 3 a.m. in the morning. It is right now 2 p.m. Yeah, we still have a lot of kilometers to go. I don't want to bore you with this adventure not too much to the ferry terminal, because let's be honest, Ireland is the main objective in this whole trip, because I actually crossed already Belgium, Netherlands and France with this car. I will cover it here and there a little bit just to give a few updates, but we will arrive in this video in Ireland. And I am very excited for that. Actually, Ireland is quite, kind of an achievement for this car, because Ireland is the last country in the north of Europe, which is in the European Union, which this car has to visit. Right, very quick update, some like 3.5 hours later, and as you can see, we are hitting right now the 1,000 kilometers, which is still, as you can see, 10 hours and 13 minutes away from the ferry terminal in the Normandy, in France, in Cherbourg. So yeah, this was just a very quick update. But I have to say, the car runs actually perfectly fine, but something is wrong with the brakes, which is a little bit concerning. Right, quick update, 9.5 hours still to go, but just look at this sunset. That's absolutely beautiful. It's a very lovely day, to be honest. 16.5 degrees Celsius. It will be in Ireland a bit more colder, to be fair, quite significant colder. And with that, in only 500 meters, we will enter Venlo, or in other words, the Netherlands, the first country of this Ireland trip, which is very exciting. And 1, 2, 3, and now we are in the Netherlands, which is very exciting. It's getting a little bit dark right now. We still have 7 hours and 56 minutes to go, and I have only an estimated fuel range of 220 kilometers, which means I will probably see you next at the petrol station. Right, I just filled up the car, and I actually booked myself now a hotel, because there's just no point sitting at the harbor and waiting for the ferry for the next 16 hours. That's why I booked a hotel. It's like 1 hour and 18 minutes away. I just filled up the car. I have now a full tank of fuel again, which is really, really nice. Alright, you probably can't see it because it's actually quite dark, but welcome to Belgium. I actually filled up like, I don't know, maybe like 5 minutes ago, and now we're in Belgium. I literally filled up right at the border from the Netherlands and from Belgium, and we have now 1 hour left to the hotel. But I think I will see you tomorrow when we drive to the 18-hour Atlantic ferry that will take us to the Emerald Isle of Ireland. Well, welcome to day 2 of getting to the island of Ireland. And yeah, I slept yesterday in a hotel, as I already told you. And we are now only 5 hours and 42 minutes away from the ferry terminal. The ferry will take off at 7 p.m. I will arrive right now there at 3 p.m. which means there's still a lot of headroom with the time. And yeah, I guess I will see you either there or somewhere on the route to the ferry terminal if something happens. Welcome to France, the 4th country in this trip to Ireland, and the last country before we cross into Ireland, which is very, very exciting. Right, very quick update. We are now only 2 hours away from the ferry terminal, and this bridge looks so gorgeous. Oh my god, look at it, look at it. Pont de Normandie, Gare de Péage. Oh, so there is another peage, but oh my god, this bridge right over the water. I mean, this is proper beautiful. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my, wow. What are these bridges? We have right now 18.5 degrees Celsius outside. The sun is out. It's absolutely beautiful. We have basically no traffic at all. Just, you know, just a few trucks. Nothing more. Only 28 minutes left to the ferry terminal, and then I need to wait around like 2 and a bit hours. But these 2 and a bit hours will be a few seconds for you. Well, as you can see right now, I am in the queue for the ferry, which is very nice. Alright, let's drive onto the ferry. It's now 10 minutes past 7, and yeah, I don't know. I obviously have to remember that when I arrive tomorrow at 12 p.m. I'd obviously drive on the left in Ireland and not on the right, as in Germany or Netherlands or Belgium or here in France. But yeah, we are driving now onto the boat, which is really convenient, really nice. They were actually a little bit late because there's presumably a problem with the toilet. That's why we are half an hour late. But you know, it is what it is. Actually a really big ship. Alright, this is actually my cabin. It's actually quite nice. I mean, I will tell you how much I paid for it in the video where I talk about all the costs of this trip. But it's actually, you know, quite, it's cute. It's not so bad. You have normally right here 2 beds. And yeah, this is where I will do some work momentarily. It's, I think it's now 7:30. And yeah, look at that. Amazing. I think I will see you in about 18 hours time when we arrive in Rosslare, Ireland. Alright, after a fairly bumpy 18-hour ferry ride, we are now in Ireland, and obviously I have to remember to drive on the left. Drive on the left, drive on the left, drive on the left, drive on the left. It's very misty. It's now 12 a.m. Irish time, and obviously it's Ireland, so of course it's raining. Drive on the left, drive on the left, drive on the left, drive on the left. Now if you watch my videos, you already know that I've driven with this car already for quite many thousands of kilometers on the left side of the road, because I actually visited in 2023 Scotland and the United Kingdom. So I've driven like nearly 4,000 kilometers just on the left side of the road, which is very exciting. And I think I need to go through customs, so right, okay, drive on the left, 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 left. It's always for the first like 10-15 minutes, you know, just get accustomed to driving on the left, which obviously means also roundabouts, to take roundabouts into the left, not in the right, as in the whole other countries in Europe. And yeah, I set myself now a location. Oh, am I already out or not? Oh no, there's a speed bump. Thankfully, the Republic of Ireland, where I am right now, is in kilometers, so which is kind of nice, you know. We will venture as this, you know, expedition, I call it expedition, goes on into Northern Ireland, which is in the United Kingdom, which means it has miles instead of kilometers. But I mean, it's nothing major. You just have to know how many kilometers is 30 miles, and etc, etc, etc. But oh my god, it's actually happening. And there are palms as well. Just have to remember to drive on the left. That's all what matters. Drive on the left, because I don't want a frontal collision. Now obviously in typical Irish weather it is raining, but you know what? It kind of gives this misty Irish feeling, I would say, even though I never visited before Ireland. And I don't know, it kind of adds to the feeling. Now obviously just have to get accustomed that I'm sitting on the wrong side for the car, or normally for Ireland, because usually the scenery would be on the right side, but this is a left-hand drive car, given I am from mainland Europe, I should say. I already talked about that in the review of this car, that I always hesitate to overtake even in Germany when the steering wheel is on the arguably correct side. Now I am obviously on the wrong side, which means I probably won't overtake anybody, given this car only has 75 horsepower. And yeah, now obviously it's raining, but it's kind of adds to the mood, which is quite fun. Yeah, 9 minutes, 6.6 kilometers. I think I will see you at the car park that I have looked out right now. Alright, a little bit later. I just have to film this. I'm currently still on the way to the car park, but as you can see, these roads are bumpy. I already knew what to expect because I visited this part of Europe before, as I already said, but these roads are actually way bumpier than I expected it to be. Now, obviously, as you can see, I can tuck the car right into the ditch, basically. I mean, it's just crazy. It feels so Irish. That's because I am actually in Ireland, the 15th country that this car has visited. Ireland, the 15th country, the last country that is in the European Union, in the north of Europe. Obviously, I'm excluding Iceland right now, because Iceland is not in the European Union. However, I want to go there at some point with the car. But oh my god, even though it's raining, I am absolutely pumped that I'm actually here. Another palm trees. I think this is a kind of a holiday location. Oh my god. Well, that's reality. I've driven the wrong way. I tell you what, having the car here is just absolutely insane. It's not only the 15th country that I visited with this car, it's also the farthest I've ever driven west, which is absolutely insane. And yes, it's raining, but it's Ireland, so what do you expect? And yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Right over there is the beach. I'm here right beside the palm tree. And let's go to the beach and let's explore a little bit the little village of Rosslare. Right, I just bought some fish and chips. I will eat this right now. This was a very quick 15-minute walk through Rosslare, and I will eat this and then we will drive to the hotel, which is still 5 hours away. Right, now around 25-30 minutes later, I am now here on this, it's not even a toll road, it's just a big countryside road. Yeah, I'm just behind a truck or a lorry. And yeah, basically chilling. I mean, it's raining, but as I already said in the last clip and in the clips before that, it's Ireland, so it's basically no surprise. I mean, I already talked about that when we actually landed in Ireland, but it usually takes, for me at least, like 10 to 15 minutes to get accustomed to driving on the left with a left-hand drive car. It actually plays a huge role in that, you know, to get accustomed to driving on the left, that I've already driven in Scotland, through Scotland, for like 3,000-ish kilometers. Right, update some 30 minutes later. I am stuck behind a truck and the guy in front doesn't want to overtake, which is okay for me because, again, I am on the wrong side for this kind of traffic. The steering wheel is on the wrong side for this kind of traffic, which is, yeah, I mean, you could theoretically overtake. The car has just not so much power, which is why I don't want to overtake, because let's be honest, I am very far away from home and I don't want to take any more risks. Ah, perfect. Ah, come on. Ah, right. He actually turned around. Now we have a free flow of traffic, which is really, really nice. Yeah. All those little villages are so I mean, they are so cute. Now, very Irish. And that's just the first day. Yes, it took 2 days to get here, but it's just the first day driving here around Ireland, Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. We will visit a lot. And yeah, I can't wait. Seriously, I can't wait. Right, another update. It kinda stopped raining and I am currently driving on a road which is very, very, very enjoyable to drive. You know, more corners, you're driving through these little villages you have on the left here. You know, basically the mountain panorama with, you know, a little bit of fog still in the forest, in the trees. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. Ireland is a very, very beautiful country when you are a visitor. I mean, I saw some YouTube videos. For example, one was actually from Drift Games. I think Drift Games is actually one of the biggest YouTube channel in Ireland. At least, you know, focus on cars. Obviously, it's a name, Drift Games, so they do a lot of drift content, which is really, really nice. And I heard them say that they have extremely high taxes on cars here in Ireland, which is why you don't see that many nice cars, you know, in comparison to the United Kingdom, where they don't have those big tax, I would say, problems in exclamation marks. But yeah, the countryside of Ireland is just absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I know it feels so cool driving here. A lot of people are actually looking because this car is left-hand drive, not right-hand drive. But it's absolutely amazing driving here. And I still have 3 hours to go, 3 hours 70 minutes to be exact, to my hotel, which is in the very southwest of Ireland, on actually a little island. I don't know the name of the island, but you could theoretically take a ferry to the island, but I am taking the land route, which is like 5 kilometers more, but you know, nothing major. A little bit later, these countryside roads are so beautiful, and it meanders through the countryside. You get here and there, you drive here and there through a little village, as in this case right now. And these villages are so beautiful, so old. Now look, a little bridge. The architecture is actually really beautiful. I've already seen some castles, but I was unfortunately I couldn't stop in time to film. Which is, yeah, it's just crazy. It's honestly, I really enjoy it. It's just now, like, I am in Ireland for like, up to this point, maybe like 4 hours, if that. And I absolutely like this country. The fish and chips I ate back in Rosslare were also very, very, very delicious. Oh my god, these countryside roads. Now I would actually highly recommend driving here with the car, because A, it's actually really funny when you think about it. You can drive on the other side of the road, and B, yes, it might be for some people a little bit too confusing, but it is actually so fun driving these roads. I would highly recommend coming here. with any car. I mean, literally, I'm driving right now a 75 horsepower, 1.4 liter VW Golf Mark 5, and I can still rip around these corners, which is really, really fun. And I'm having the time of my life. And I'm not even in a high-powered performance car. I'm just in a normal VW Golf, which is really, really fun when you think about it. And driving here is just, I couldn't say enough. It's so fun. Yes, of course, I like driving in general. This is why I'm doing all those trips. But it is so much fun driving here. And yeah, these roads are really, really fun to drive. And I would, again, highly recommend coming here because it is absolutely insane. Alright, we still have 2 hours and 40 minutes of these roads ahead of us. Hey, let's go. Finally, some progress. Now my sat-nav says that it will still continue for 7 minutes. Which is, yeah, you know, not the best, but also not the worst. I mean, this is long. 7 minutes, it's like, I mean, we are doing right now definitely not 60 kilometers per hour, but this must be for like I don't know, 4 kilometers. But we are driving, we are still 2 hours left, 118 kilometers, which isn't too bad. Again, it's finally free flowing, and this is so beautiful. Look at the highlight. I mean, are these highlights? I mean, look at this big hill in front of us. It looks so misty. It looks like a James Bond movie. And we are finally now on normal roads again, not like roadworks. And you can rip on these. Let me tell you, you can rip absolutely on these. They are so beautiful. Oh my god, I'm hyped up right now. I mean, we're literally from the roadworks like 5 minutes away, and now these roads are absolutely beautiful. Now sometimes I wish that I had a much more powerful car, but at the same time I think as well, you know, you can also have so much fun with a quote-unquote underpowered car. Theoretically, yes, it is underpowered, but what is he doing? Okay. But you can have so much fun, and that's why I created the channel. I wanted to show many people that you can do very, very cool with cars, with, now I will say, quote-unquote shit boxes, because you can have so much fun. You don't need a 700,000 euro or dollar or pounds McLaren 765 LT, or you don't need a 350,000 pounds McLaren 720 S, or you don't need a 200,000 euro 992 GT3. You can also have fun with a 3,500 euro VW Golf, and with many others like a 320 Ci or MX-5. And these are all not very expensive cars. Oh my god, is that beautiful! But you can have so much fun with them. Yeah. Obviously, now you can see the road isn't always as good as it was before. Now it's a bit more roughed up, but still good. I mean, you know, it doesn't rain anymore, which is also quite good. And you can see here on the sat-nav, it meanders through the woods and through the fields, which is so nice. In front of me is a CLA 200 diesel, and in front of that is I think it's a BMW 5 Series, and it is so much fun driving here. Honestly, I would recommend it to everybody who has a car and who has the will to drive it to Ireland. Do it, because yes, some roads are maybe not the best. As in this case, this is a bit more rough up than the road that I was on before. But if you can do it and if you want to do it, I highly recommend it to do it, because oh my god, it is so much fun. And remember, I'm only in a 75 horsepower car, which I said it 1,000 times, is not very much, but I'm having the time of my life. Honestly, I'm having the time of my life. Yeah, it's so nice. And now the asphalt is now a little bit better, which is really good. Yeah, see, these roads with this asphalt is always the nicest. It's also a bit better for the suspension, but that's another thing. That's another thing. Now back into a little village. And actually I have to say, this kind of road with, you know, maybe the road standard is different, because you know what? Now I have to say, these roads remember me of the time where I drove with this car around the Baltic Sea, and when I just entered Poland from Lithuania, I've also driven through these kind of windy roads, through little villages. Yes, arguably on the other side of the road, on this side on the road, but it kind of reminds me like that. And yes, maybe the road surface is arguably better in Poland than it is right now here, but yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. And yeah, I just had a fun moment realizing that if I would drive on this side, which is highly illegal obviously here in Ireland, and very, very dangerous if I would do that, but then I would basically be in Poland, which is a very, 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 very fun thing to think and to say. Yeah, I'm currently on the northern route of the North Atlantic Way. There's a northern route and there's a southern route, and I'm currently on the northern route, and we will actually see quite shortly the Atlantic. And I have to say, I mean, just look outside. It is so beautiful with all these little highland hills. Yeah, it is absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I just had it in this little village, but I can't stop staring at things, because everything here is so beautiful and historically well maintained. I mean, look at it, look at it. Oh my god, oh my god, it's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. And there's a little more. It's very, very beautiful. I don't know where I am, and somewhere in Ireland, but this is a very beautiful castle. Oh my god. I am right now in a little city, and this is very, very beautiful. I mean, just look at it. Look at these roads and these buildings, and there's a, I don't know, a tower kind of church, and oh, it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm right now on my way to the North Atlantic road or way, or I don't know, but driving here feels like, oh, that's a, wow. Yeah, it feels like absolutely beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Alright. Right here. Okay, and go. This is so beautiful. I mean, literally, I don't know what it is, but I feel like the little villages in... Oh, what? A church? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but the little villages in Scotland, England, Wales and Ireland, the island of Ireland, the Emerald Isle. I feel like these are a bit more better maintained than the old little villages in Germany, and especially in Germany. I just paused and just look at this view, and I think this is the Atlantic, or basically a big fjord. I will be here with my car, and this is just absolutely insane. This view, let's gonna stop. This view is just absolutely insane. And I'm here with this. The 1,400 kilometers were worth it, definitely. I mean, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Let me do a quick thumbnail. I mean, I have to say, this looks, I mean, the water is basically turquoise, which is absolutely insane. The water is turquoise, and I am here with my car. I'm now 45 minutes away from my hotel. And this view is absolutely amazing. And this car is also holding up quite good. But I noticed, I mean, you can't smell it right now, but I can smell it. I think this brake, yeah, this wheel is very hot, and the others are not that hot, which means that this brake right over there is, I think, done, which is not good considering I have still a lot more days on this road trip, and the Nürburgring season is coming up. Actually, I think I'm now only 45 minutes away from my hotel. If I will find another spot, I will do an outro there, but I think this is a perfect spot to do an outro. And yeah, I hope you really enjoyed the last basically 3 days where we driven all the way from Germany to France, and then I took an 18-hour ferry here to the Republic of Ireland. Now I'm here with my first car, the 15th country this car has ever visited, and I hope, because this was only day 1, I hope I see you in day 2,